One of the other things that I've really came to see has served me very well and that will serve you very well is to not get tangled up in people's words. You know, in this life, you're going to get people who say all loads of silly things, all loads of silly things to you, retarded things, things that you can see this thing is a lie or this thing is not make sure or something like that. Or someone's just being weird or disrespectful. You need to make it a habit to move on. You need to make it a habit of eat the meat, take out the bones type of a situation. Because if you fail to do so, you really will have a terrible life because as I've spoken about before, people don't care about you. People really just don't care about you. People really couldn't care less whether you live or die. People really just do not care. Right? They're more concerned about themselves. They're more concerned about what they got going on. They genuinely are. And whatever is happening with you, whether you lost a leg, you're burning in hell, it doesn't matter. It just for them it just really doesn't matter. So understanding in us knowing that whatever somebody says, even if it's a quote unquote complaint about you, it's not even that it's a complaint about you as a person or anything like that. It's to do with how they're perceiving you and the type of inconvenience that you are, right? The type of inconvenience that you are, the type of
Oh my
um
God, what's good, Joel?
the type of inconvenience you are to them, the type of thing that they're not getting or how they're not happy. That's really what it really is. It's not that it's anything else. It's not that it's anything else. A lot of the times, people, I know this from my mom, who's a terrible narcissist. Her issue isn't really principles or values or whether I'm happy or I'm healthy or, how am I progressing. She really couldn't care less about that. She's more concerned with why didn't you do something for her? And that is why, you're a terrible person or a terrible son or a child. Nothing to do with whether you work hard, nothing to do with whether you're okay, nothing, no. It has everything to do with did you do anything that serves her? And that's a fair enough kind of an extreme and wacky example. But really, that's really what people come down to. So, really, you should never take people's judgments about yourself or about you as serious or literal or as if it's some sort of reflective on anything because it's not. It's a reflective for them on what do they want and what do they see. And oftentimes, quite frankly, you and them are not the same. They oftentimes want very different things in life than what you want. They have very different ideas on what life should look like and why. And you're never going to align with these people. So when I tell you that, like, genuinely speaking, genuinely, please do not take these people seriously. Do not listen to these people. I don't care what type of silliness people try saying to you, the stupid little words, the stupid little comments. Don't take it seriously. Don't even listen to it. Literally just look at them and be like, you crazy, and keep on walking. Because they crazy, because they weird. They're selfish, they're conceited, and it just doesn't end, you know? So please, like, in this life, one of the skills you need to cultivate for yourself is the skill of like, is the skill of like, being able to hear somebody being silly towards you, being retarded, being stupid, and genuinely just not taking it seriously and just throwing it out. Because I used to be one of these people that used to feel like I need to respond, I need to say something back, I need to take them seriously until I realized that you're kind of debating with a ghost, in a weird way. You're debating with a someone who isn't even real, someone who just, you know, isn't even, quite frankly, relevant to you or your life. So trying to hear what they need to say is genuinely the the uh the peak meaning of retarded. So really, let's just get it practical. Just don't listen to them in one ear, out the another. Just understand that, oh, this person's being retarded. This person wants me to adhere to their little selfish reason or rhyme or whatever, and just don't listen to it. Because that's what all that anger and quote unquote frustration is. It's not that it's based in any type of fact or reasoning or anything. It's just based on, you made me mad because you're inconveniencing me, or not, you're not giving me what I want. And it's usually the time and ego thing, I'm telling you. So you need to get into the habit on, like, eat the meat, spit out the words. People are not going to be perfect. People are going to say and do weird shit all the time at different intervals. So you need to get into the habit of being able to eat the meat, spit out the bones. Meaning maybe they're saying something retarded, but maybe there's a piece of it that's kind of cool or kind of good or useful. You need to use that and call it a day. So what does that mean and look like? It means and looks like, if you hear somebody says they're like, you know what, I'm hangry, I work out and then I beat my wife. That's crazy. Okay. But you can be like, maybe working out is a good thing to do when you're angry. But then the beat your wife part is not. So what do? You eat the meat, take what's useful, spit out the bones, leave out what is useless. So that's basically really the mentality here. And it's really, really important that you cultivate this mindset in life, because if you don't get this mindset in life of not taking everyone so seriously or literally, it's going to be a tough life. You're always going to be angry and everything. And you got to get into the motion of just letting things go, letting people go, letting them go, letting it happen, letting just them be like that. Because there's nothing you can do about it. You might think that whatever words you're going to say are going to change them. No, they're not. This person's value set or understanding set has already been decided before you. And it's being decided on a framework that you might not even understand, that you might not even align with. So debating with that person is, quite frankly, retarded, because it's not like they're going to get better. It's not like they're going to get better or anything. They're going to get worse. They're going to get more selfish. So that's just really, really the big part of the situation. Then I want you to know that debating with people is retarded, and they're not going to get better. They're not going to listen because they're selfish. They want to see how can they make this situation work for them. And if there's something that you're doing or that you did or you're about to do that's just not aligning with said selfish and self-serving objectives, they're going to take issue with that you're inconveniencing them. So that's why I always tell you, don't take it seriously. Even with the whole respect situation. Obviously, like, I'm not saying curse at people, there's no need, but you don't need to be extra respectful and all this other stuff. And so, hi ma'am, good morning ma'am. You don't have to do that. It's an ego thing. These people have tiny little egos and they want to be inflated with you. And your answer needs to be no. It's not necessary. People don't take that stuff. They don't appreciate that. They see you as a mark, as a dumbass. Because, one of the mentalities I used to have is that, if I'm nice or I'm respectful or maybe humble, people are going to like me more. It's going to give me more opportunities or this. And the honest answer is no. No, it won't. No, it won't. People just don't care, dude. I'm telling you, people just don't care that you're respectful or not. They just don't. Because remember, they're self-serving and needy. How is you being a little respectful shit going to help them? It's not going to help them with anything. You being all extra nice and said, never be extra nice. You can be cool. You can be cool, can be cordial, but being nice is retarded. Being respectful is still retarded. Don't be. You don't have to be. You don't need to be. You can be a decent person, but you don't have to say your hi, good morning. Hey, you don't have to say that. You can just be like, hi, you can just be like, hello, X, Y, and Z, just to the point. You can be like, hey, what's good, to the point. You'll be like, hello, I'm trying to do this. Just get to the deal. you know, a little hello and get it there. A little what's good, get it there. And just say what your business is. And just keep it a stack. Just keep it a stack, keep it a bean. Just get to the business. Because all that nice shit, it doesn't do anything. So what? No one cares. I'm telling you, they don't. You know? I'm telling you. So, even within that, don't feel guilty. Oh, this person's 50 years old. They've been alive long enough. They won't die. They'll be straight. Trust me. And if it's going to be an environment of ass kissing and stuff like that, I don't know if that's the type. That's probably not the environment for you. You might be like, oh, it might give me a type of opportunity. The thing is that if you didn't meet, the thing is, that's a trick question. It's like, fundamentally, you were never going to get in anyways. You think you were, but you actually weren't. It's like a carnival game. You think that maybe if I'm nice enough, a carnival game, they were rigged from the beginning, right? That's what a carnival game is. So when a carnival game is like that, it means that you were never going to win. At a carnival game, let's say you have to throw, I don't know, these bags or whatever at these bottles, so to speak. Those bottles, they put stones inside of them. So no matter how hard you threw these soft little, I don't know, sandbags, it was never going to fall over because that thing was actually welded there. But obviously they didn't tell you that. So it was a carnival game. So you think, oh, the harder I throw, it's going to make it better. No, it wasn't. You should have never played to begin with. I'm telling you. So that's always been my mentality. So, yeah. Yeah, definitely rewatch this video or at least re-listen to it. I think you'd find a lot of value in it.